Well, hello everybody. Travels with Dottie. We got Dottie in the house. I'm here. It's Wednesday, the 29th, and we got a couple of things to do today. Right now, got all my Blackwater waste, almost 25 gallons of it, and a little bit of about 20 gallons of Blackwater and about 5 gallons of regular water. And we're heading over to dump it, get rid of it at the Blue Boy dump station. We're going through a wash here, so I'm going real slow. The last thing, and my tote, it's a 36 gallon tote. It's in the bed of my pickup, and boy, believe me, you want to double check to make sure that tailgate is latched tight, because if one of those things falls out full and busts open on land, you are liable for thousands of dollars of fines. It's not pretty, because they have to come and send somebody out here or pay somebody to mitigate it, and that's a big job. So I'm very careful. This is the shortest distance to go. I want to make sure Dottie's in that picture. You only see in the back of her head. She's looking out the window. There's a longer way around to get to this dump station that isn't through quite as steep a thing. And if I were smart, I'd probably do that instead of what I just did. But I'm pretty confident. I double checked the tailgate, make sure it's all secure. I'm doing so many videos, I'm forgetting what I'm repeating, but the power station that I use to plug in the electrical for the macerator pump, which pumps this waste from the tank up in, from the holding tank in the RV up into this tank in the bed. It's on its last legs, and I was a little worried, a little concerned, a little worried. I wasn't gonna have enough power, but I had just enough power. Got it done. And the new one I bought to replace it, the EcoFlow, I think it's the EcoFlow 2. I think they're trying to get rid of those because there's an EcoFlow 3, so they're trying to get rid of the 2s. So the price was before tax $4.99. And I remember Will Prowse on his channel last year talking about this unit that was on sale for $749, and he was raving about what a great deal it was. So you can imagine if he heard, yeah, I'm buying it for $4.99 instead of $7.49. That's a big difference. You got a couple of side-by-side guys up here. They're dumping their tanks. So I gotta be a little patient there and wait. But you can see he pulled it up there to that concrete platform, and he's put the hose in, and he's opening his vent cap. He's done this before, I can tell. I'm going to go out and ask him if he's okay with being filmed. I'll be right back. Well, you'll be hearing me because I have the microphone on. Hi. Hey, I have a YouTube channel and I'm filming you doing this. Is that okay with you? No one will be able to recognize you from the distance.
Okay.
But I was just I was narrating what you were doing as you're doing it.
Okay.
So it'll save me, and people get tired of just watching me anyway.
Okay.
All right, Thank you. I appreciate it.
No problem. We watch you, so I'll probably.
Oh, you do?
Myself. Yep.
Oh, I'll give you a sticker. I'll give you a sticker. Or a couple of them.
Sometimes just to find out what's happening in Quartzsite.
Well, what's happening right now in Quartzsite is you're dumping your tote.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks for watching. So that ended up being a viewer. And we got his permission to use him. So since you've already seen how it's done, I'm going to cut it off here, and I'll be back off. The next thing to do today is laundry. So Dottie and I are going to do laundry after we take care of this, and we'll see you then. All right, we are on 95. We are heading into town to do laundry, but first we're going to go and I got packages to pick up. I've got something I hope is going to work as a shade for my radio head here. A couple of new charging cords. I've been complaining about one in the truck here for a while, so we're replacing that. And there are a couple other things. I just can't think of what they are right off the top of my head. So that tells you I'm probably not terribly excited about them. They're pretty routine things. But I'll turn the camera around for those of you that are screaming at your TV. Rob, turn the camera around. We want to see where you're going. There. Happy, Pappy? And I'm looking out over. We got the wide angle views. We got the light. I got my wide angle lens on. And again, this is Wednesday, the week after the Big Ten is closed down. And we'll confirm this on my Nomadic Dreams channel, Irby's. I think he got a job tearing it down because I knew he got a job putting it up, and I bet he's on the crew tearing it down. Because you know what? I think that, one, it kind of makes sense that they'd want the crew that put it up and take it down be the same. But the other thing is that I got up really early this morning, and Herbie's truck was not by his little home there. So I'm guessing he didn't get up early just for kicks. He got up to work. And well, I'll let you know when we get to the spot here for these two LTVAs where people camping right here where these power lines are. Well, that's not a good landmark, but yeah, we're on the left side. Sparsely populated. Nobody on the right side, but I don't know that on the right side you can get back there. But on the left here is tons of open spaces and just a spattering of RVs. So it's what's left pretty much, I think, are the seasonal people like me that buy a season pass and stay, from October through beginning of April. Even though you can come here on September 15th, if you do, you're a brave soul, because it's friggin' hot in September here. I think it's hot in October. Hey, we're in Quartzsite, elevation 879 feet. And there's the iconic Quartzsite sign and the entrances to the two resting places. Why do I say that? La Posa means, in Old Spanish, means resting place, and it's La Posa North and La Posa West. You would be mistaken if you thought, well, if I go into where they're selling all those RVs, it's the last day, so they'll cut me a huge deal. And the answer to that is probably not, because this isn't. They're going to move these RVs to the next show. Well, in the next show, they'll be fresh. It'll be the first day. So that's not really how it works. And many of those RVs that you see there are not new. I don't know that any of them are new. They're used RVs. Nice ones. So what shall we do first? You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna do what I call delayed gratification. So delayed gratification is something that I talk about in counseling a lot. It's one of the first things I talk about when someone says, I'm not doing well at my job. I'm miserable, and my boss is starting to get on me, and so I'll ask, when you get into work, are the things that you like doing and things that you don't like doing? And most of the time people go, yeah. And I said, well, what do you do first in the day? Do you do the stuff that you hate doing or the stuff that you like doing? And inevitably the answer is they do the stuff that they like doing. And I said, well, I'm going to talk to you about delayed gratification and how that may work for you. If you reverse prioritize your tasks and you get the stuff you don't like doing as much out of the way first, you're going to find that your whole emotional state around work will change. And it doesn't work for everybody, of course, but it's worked for many, many of my clients. And I've been doing it for years. So I have to pick up packages, get water, and do my laundry. And the reverse, the least favorite thing is getting water. So we're going to get water. Then the next least favorite thing is, standing in line and waiting for my package. And my favorite thing to do is get the laundry going, get a shower, watching my YouTube on my new Radiohead in my car with the beautiful sound, and go through the stuff in my packages. And so we're going to delay gratification today. So we're going to go up here that's the street I'm passing right now is where I go for mail, but we're going past that, past the Dollar General, past the Stagecoach Motel. Why do I mention the Stagecoach Motel? Well, that's because in there is a pretty good Chinese restaurant. And then you see that yellow tower on the right, K&B, it says K&B on it. You go back there's a second, that's another K&B tool location, plus AJ's Discount Groceries are back. You weave your way back there, you will find AJ's. And of course the Yacht Club Bar and Grill, I think the rumor was it wasn't going to reopen, but it did reopen. They have karaoke there, they have pretty good meals, they have music, they have a bar. A lot of people, it's a popular nightlife. Pilot on the left and McDonald's next to the Pilot. And I'm sure you see the big star in the sky, or on the big sign straight ahead. Carl's Jr. is at pretty much the end of this road, but we're not going to go quite that far. We're going to the Mobil station. You see that sign? We're going to go, because that's where Travels with Dottie gets his water from. Because this place will give you just like about 6.1 gallons of water. For 4 quarters. Even though it says 5 gallons, it'll deliver 6. So they've become my favorite stop to get water. So we're going to pull up right next to it and see if I might be able to avoid even pulling it out. It's possible. Let's see. We got to get 4 quarters out of here, Dottie. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. Let's turn the camera around so you can see what I'm doing. How's that? No. Can you see me? Maybe not. Oh, it's going to be right into the sun, isn't it? Oh, no. Come on, Rob. You can do this. There. You didn't see that, right? You didn't see me do that. Okay, if you missed it, I put in the quarters and started it before I made sure the valve was closed, and I sprayed water everywhere. There we go. Not the best move I've made all day. You know, people say you shouldn't tell people about the extra gallon. The company will see your video and change it. And you know what? That could be, but here's a better guess. A better guess is they'll see the video and they might realize, hey, this has drawn people into our station over others in town. Heck, they might like my video or videos. And I bet it does drive people to come here. Boy, I love to sneeze. I got a loud one. Always have. Getting close. All right. We got to the top there. And that is it's a 6-gallon container. And I only put in 4 quarters, guys, and there's still more water left. So that's why I love this place so much. I save a quarter. All right. There's a beautiful Class A. Every time I look at a beautiful Class A, I think, God, that looks like it would be so comfortable. And it probably would be, but they're not convenient. If I had one, I'd have to have a trailer behind it pulling a vehicle. So let's say it's a 40-footer and, you know, pulling a car behind that's going to add another, what, 15 feet at least. You're as long as this semi coming up here, who their max is, I think, 53 feet. So we are going to Moon Mountain Mail and pick up my mail. It's quite a popular place. And I realized this year you could tell how close to the initial customer you are by your mailbox number. And they started with 1,000 and worked their way up. They're in the 2,000s. I hear people keep starting their, ask their mail, it's over 2,000. So I'm 1,038. So theoretically, I'm their 38th customer. And this is the Moon Mountain Mail here. Okay, this person is going super slow. They're going to turn, but did you notice they didn't use their turn signal? So I wasn't ready for that. But I guess it wouldn't have made any difference, would it? I would have had to wait just the same, whether he's going straight or making a turn. Now he's turning. Now his turn signal goes good. He's going to make a left here. Oh, he put his left-hand turn signal on. and made a right. That's funny. All right, I'll be right back, guys. All right, well, I have picked up my mail. Part of it was a letter from a viewer that they sent me some stickers. We'll see about that, and I'll share, if it seems appropriate, I'll share the letter with you when, after I get the laundry going in my shower and everything. But it's nice to get nice mail. Not email, but mail. Taking a little while to make this turn, but this is just typical winter traffic. And I'm not the type to go, well, I can make that. I can punch the accelerator and get out in front of that guy. I think my theory is that's how a lot of accidents occur. And when we get up here, I'm going to shut down and not take the camera into the laundromat. One, there's nothing really unique about the inside of this laundromat. And it's pretty close quarters, and I get a lot of people, when I'm in there, a lot of people are stationary, not walking around. So I get people a lot in the camera shot where, there's so many, I'm not going to ask everyone if they are okay with being on. It's just better to minimize that kind of shooting. But trust me, it's clean, it's nice. I think I saw one dryer with an out of order sign on it once in the years I've been coming here. They just made a pretty major investment in new machines. A lot of new, not the whole place, but a big chunk of it. So we're just to refresh you, went the opposite way on Main Street. Now we're on Main Street East, and our landmark we're looking for is Roadrunner Market that you see on your left, and that tells me that I need to make a right into the parking lot right across the street, because Main Street Laundromat does not have a big, giant, obvious sign. It's got a little tiny, subtle sign, not a big one. That fact does not seem to be hurting their business much. I like to kind of park where there's a little bit of shade in the back. There are plenty of spaces. I think this guy just pulled out of what I consider to be a primo spot right here. I'm going to give you the Arnold Schwarzenegger, I'll be back. Well, here I am, freshly showered. I got about 18 minutes to go on the wash cycle, and then we'll move to the dry cycle another 30 minutes. And I got my package. I got these Anchor USB-C to C cables. I'm pretty happy about that. And I got 2 sets of them, and I'm wondering which kind did I get. Yeah, they're C to C cables. So I've got good cables for a long time now. Now we got to get rid of this one that has been haunting me. That will go in the garbage. So we have a nice new one we can plug in there. Oh, you know what? No, we can't. These are C to C's. I needed USB to C. Well, I bought the wrong thing, gang. we'll have to use this one for a while longer. There's no C charging port available in the truck. It's all regular USB. So, oh well, live and learn. We'll buy more. And I can't even test it with my phone because I left my phone at home. So also my neck thing for my other camera broke, if you recall, in a video in the recent past. And then we have this interesting thing that is designed to somehow attach and be a shade. Well, and then they have these brackets. I'm trying to figure out how the brackets go on. It came with no instructions. Oh, I see. They go on the sides like that. Didn't take me long to figure that out. So they go like that. Make this nice and clean. So we peel this stuff off. Sticky, sticky. Oh, you kind of have to do it to both sides. Maybe not. No, that stays on like that. Okay, let's see how we do. We just stick it like that. Well, I think just the top one stuck and the ones on the side didn't. So that could be kind of a problem. Yeah, I don't think, gang, this is gonna work. I don't think it's gonna work. It was kind of a long shot to begin with. Actually, maybe it will work if I don't mess with it too much. Let's see what I'm talking about here. Well, as I promised, I got a letter with a looks like a oh, did they? I thought they included an envelope. Oh, yeah, they included a self-addressed stamped envelope. I panicked for a minute. I won't read their names. They didn't give me permission to do that, but I'll tell you what they said. Rob wanted to write and tell you how much we appreciate your channel. We start our day with Rusty. All right, Rusty. 78609, did I get that right? Followed by your upbeat words. I know it's a pain, but I would appreciate a Travels with Dottie sticker. Not a pain at all. Right after I leave here the laundry, I'm going to pop them in your envelope. They're right here in my pocket, and we're going to go by the post office and drop them there. I'm enclosing a few of my own Judea Rome stickers. Our DIY ProMaster van is called Judea 2. The backstory begins in college, where my wife and I, budding English majors, read the short story by Joseph Conrad, Youth. In the story, the ship or boat the main character travels on is called a Judea. The name in the story has stayed with us and always suggested adventure and travel. The ProMaster is our second van with the Judea name. The first Judea was a 1999 Eurovan camper that died several years back in the Vermilion Cliffs. I bet that's a story. Though I have a background in TV production, we don't have a YouTube channel for travel. We'll be in Quartzsite in a couple of weeks and we'll look you up. Thanks for all you do and your positivity. Isn't that nice? So I know that I have a package of, thanks to my nomadic dream, the grace and the generosity of Herbie with that channel, I am able to open up the self-addressed stamped envelope, and I am able to put about 3 stickers in there, and we'll just strip off the sticky thing, seal the envelope, and there's a stamp on it and an address on it, and it's ready to go. We'll stop at the post office. Thank you so much for that. I really appreciate it. Okay, so glare's really been a problem. So it's this thing, this plastic thing, came from China. I don't know, it was like $8 or something. It's probably worth about 8 cents. But I'm maybe going to have to do something to reinforce it because it seems pretty flimsy, like it'll pop off. But I might be able to do something with it. But if it stays like that, that kind of does the job. So I got, this is, I rave about this thing. I go to the home page and I have my YouTube. I go into YouTube. It's connected to the internet. So you can see I have a good signal there. And there's all my my YouTube feed. Mr. Ballin, the Social Security guy. And I love this guy, the carpetbagger. I don't know if you've ever seen him. He's been on train trips from Chicago to LA to San Francisco, or I think Chicago to San Francisco to Seattle, back to Chicago, and now down to Texas. It's pretty interesting. I really like his style. I love his hat and his look and the expressions on his face. Really, really cool. So I think I'm gonna listen to the rest of his adventure in Texas and check it out.
My lunch.
So that gives you an idea of what I do in the parking lot when I'm waiting for my laundry. I watch YouTube videos. And if you have a YouTube channel, I may be watching you. I could watch you watch me. That would be amazing, to have a YouTube video where they're watching Travels with Dottie and I watch the person watching Travels. It could be an endless chain, infinity chain or something. What am I talking about? I have no idea. I will see you. You know what? I think this is enough for this video. What do you think, Dottie? You want to know what Dottie does when I leave her in the car? She does that. Right, Dottie? Even with a broken USB cable laying on top of her, that's what she does. Dottie dot. All right. Well, I think that's going to be it. And I appreciate you watching the video today. And I'll see you tomorrow.